Star date 12/15/21. Any Trekkies out there? Yeah, I know I'm old. All right, but maybe I got your attention. As you're watching today, December 15th, 2021. Um, so yesterday it looks like there was a lot of progress being made on stop motion projects. I saw a bunch of screenshots and pictures. A few people even were able to turn them in. So I think I am going to make today the deadline for the stop motion. All right. So please try to wrap it up. If you do have questions, try to get some help from your classmates. Talk to people that are done, or definitely ask questions in the comments on the bottom. If you or email me, that's good as well. If you want to keep it kind of private. I think you'll find that anybody who had responded to me or sent me something got a reply, as I do want to try to help you as much as I can. So keep that up. As far as proof, could have been a little bit more, though, from the majority. I don't want to say that nobody did. The ones that did, you definitely received good credit for the day for that. But if you had not given me any proof, I don't know how you can think that I'm going to know what happened really without knowing and seeing anything. All right, so this should be an authentic type of experience. Think about that, and you can make this week very easy for grades if you're showing me signs of work and progress. But if I'm not getting anything, it's really going to hurt you. So keep that in mind as you're working today. As we're going through here, we're prioritizing the delivery of your stop motion. So you do have the current, which you should have your poster image, your YouTube link, and your reflection. All right, and then if we go to the classroom, then we should have you'll see the full assignment in there, and it's going to have the video that we used for setup if you by chance did not get into your post-production yet. So I did add that link down here. All right, so don't forget you are turning in your contact sheet and your advertisement into here. And you're going to have your MP4 file also. And then in the reflection on the current, you have that. And then as a private comment down in this assignment, you're going to answer these questions, which you can find in the multimedia notes. All right, so be the last day I'll be talking about the stop motion, turning that in. Tomorrow we'll be doing voting on that. Hopefully we'll have some more examples of that. So if you're looking for those sought after trophies, make sure you're getting it in so we can have it voted on tomorrow. Planning, I saw a good handful of these. I guess people are still working on their stop motion for the most part, so that's fine. Keep your priorities. So I kind of simplified the Google Sheet, I'm sorry, slide, and I realized that it wasn't set for where you could edit it before. So I'd like to see everybody's slides kind of added onto here. So I kind of took out the second one and just kind of simplified it into this one. So now, when you guys come in here, you're just going to make a copy of it, add your name at the top. All right, so maybe I'll even do that as a reminder so that as we're going through that we know whose are whose and you can get some ideas from that. All right, so, try to keep it simple again, like I was saying yesterday, and we'll kind of get to some more advanced type of stuff later. But, GIFs typically are just things appearing, maybe some simple motion, shifting back and forth from kind of one image to another. So we'll be working with Animate today as well if you kind of get to it. But this should kind of give you an idea of some basic things to do in Animate before we get to really tweening, which is kind of a more complex issue there. So as I said there, make a slide, a second one in there so I can see that. Or I guess some people were making a copy of the presentation and sharing that with me. That's fine as well. All right, get done with that. And then we're going to start working on geometrics. So you got some basic animation terms. So the next section is setup and workspace. So you have these 4 lessons in here, which are going to be videos that go over the different phases of those. And you have a PDF, which is linked here, just like Monday, to fill in to learn that vocabulary. All right, so I know it's kind of tough sometimes watching these videos. They can be, kind of long or whatever, but maybe you want to split up the sections. Have one person do, one group of questions and another person do another, and then you share answers. All right. I am encouraging you to collaborate. All right. So work as teams, partners, whatever. Find a way to get it done. All right. And then so that way you have and read through the answers if you do that also, because it will be helpful when you actually go to use the software. All right. So that would be shared with me when you're done, so that I can see you have the answers for that. All right. And then last thing kind of required today, which, again, with these things, if you don't get through all of it, you're going to, no matter what, tell me. And I'm going to just simplify this, I think, as well. Instead of using different platforms, just post a comment within today's classroom. It kind of keeps everything in one place and a little more organized, and you can kind of get an idea what people were doing. And then maybe even, if you need help and you see somebody that's done, go out, reach out to people. You guys have been in class with each other for 23 weeks between two marking periods. So even though you might not be best of friends, you are kind of acquaintances, and there should be some familiarity, and people's personalities enough where you should be able to approach people, and I think everybody is willing to help each other out. But make sure you definitely give me a comment and with some proof. All right, so I know that you can't really post pictures into the comments, but you could upload a file to Google Drive and share the link to that. Make sure they're not private. It could be a video link for YouTube or something if you get to something like that. All right. So, and I'm putting this out here now too. Hopefully you're listening. If I don't hear from you at all at the day, no comments, questions, you're getting a 70. All right. I can't justify giving you a good grade for the day if I don't know what you did. I hope that you're not taking advantage of me being there and kind of just coasting through. But if I don't hear, that's what I have to assume. All right. And if you're just writing to me and saying you're doing something, but I don't have any proof, I need a little bit more than that. All right. And maybe it sounds a little tough, but that's kind of, accountability that you should expect if you're working in any type of industry. You gotta prove what you're talking about and show what you're doing. All right. So make sure no matter what, you're doing a comment today and you are providing some proof of work of what you're doing. All right. And as long as you do that, you're going to get a great grade for the day. All right. So hopefully that matters. More importantly, that's going to kind of get you in the practice of kind of justifying and showing your work, no matter what you're doing. If you do want to kind of get ahead, the last thing, and hopefully we'll get to this tomorrow or Friday, Animate has some cool tutorials built right into it. And I'm just relaunching my software here now so I can show you where it is. All right, so once you kind of get that PDF with all the vocabulary for the actual user face and setup, I feel like you should have enough of an overall understanding to then start working with the actual software, but doing it in a guided way. So if you go to Help and Hands-on Tutorials, I would suggest starting with this animated windmill and maybe even I've done that one and started working on this digital sign, because these are going to teach you some procedures and skills that are going to prepare you to do some basic animations. This one, it has the windmill turning, all right? So as it says here, and there's little pop-ups, and it tells you step by step what to do, and it gives you a little animation actually showing you where in the software to go to do it. So, 10 steps, it's not super long, and it kind of repeats itself, and then by the end of each one, you're learning a new skill. You don't have to worry about getting artwork in and doing anything like that. So it is, I think, a pretty nice resource. And as you can see, there are a lot of them in here. So we'll probably be working on some of those, like when we get into character animation with walk sequences and stuff like that. But if you want to start working on those, that's what we'll be doing on Thursday, getting a little deeper into the software. All right, so that is what I would like you to do for the day. It may seem like a lot in some senses, but I'm trying to give you different options for being productive. All right. So again, you can email me if you want to discuss something privately, but I would prefer that you just kind of put in your progress as a class comment, and then that way I can get an idea of what's going on. And I will be answering questions through the day as I had yesterday, and trying to kind of be there virtually as much as possible. All right. Thanks for listening if you hung on, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.